Hello, today we will go over identity properties. So our first identity property is the property of addition. So first let's know what identity means. So identity means that when you have something in one side, then it is unchanged and kept the same in the other. So it's basically you have one side is equal to one side. You make no adjustments to it. So the identity property of addition is what do you add to this side so that you get exactly the same thing on the right side. So that's a 0. So for example, if we have 3 plus 0, it's equal to 3. We have 149 plus 0 is equal to 149. So this is the identity property of addition since the values that are being affected by the addition undergo no change. So the identity property of addition is actually adding a 0. Now, with the same idea, what would be the identity property of multiplication? If you multiply a number by something, what would that something be so that there is no modification to the original value? So, maybe some of you will know that it's times 1. Because if you do, let's say, negative 45 times 1, this is equal to negative 45. You don't change anything. You owe $45. If you multiply that times 1, you still owe $45. Now let's say that you have $5 and they tell you we're going to multiply your $5 by 1. Well, you won't really get too excited because it's the identity property, so you get a 5 in return. So the identity property for multiplication is times 1. Now, something also to keep in mind is the definition of subtraction. This is not necessarily an identity property, but it's something to keep in mind. So the definition of subtraction is actually adding a negative number. So for example, if we have $7, you take away 5. Well, this means that out of your $7, which I'm representing here as little squares, you take away 5. So you delete 5. And you're left with 2. So, well, you say, well, that's just 7 minus 5, right? It's equal to 2. Did I say 12 before? I'm sorry, it's 2. You're left with 2. But then, if you see it as adding a negative number, then what you do is actually think of it as I have $7, but I owe 5. So that means that out of those $7, actually 5 of those are not even yours, and you must return them. So you must take them away from your $7, which is exactly the same that we did before. So you have here your $7, but 5 of them are not yours. You owe them. You must give them away. So let's paint all those that are not ours, which are 5, and those that are painted is actually the negative number. So this could be think of as 7 plus negative 5. So you have $7, but out of the 7 you owe 5. So actually you are left with $2 that are actually yours.